Get to him. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live, and hello, Robbie, and welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live. And it's an honor to have you here. And welcome, everyone. And I'm glad y'all here. Hello, Noreen. It's nice to see you too. Welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live. Okay, it is an honor to have you here. Okay. I hope y'all had a good week this past week. I sure did. Yeah. Okay. And oh yes, remember last week I asked y'all about if anybody heard about Brother O. Well, he was on there on the Speakeasy Cafe last Thursday night, and he's doing good. He had his heart transplant. He's back home now, and I'm so glad, so happy to see that he's home now and that he's doing good. Because he'd been waiting for a heart transplant since over a year, and he was in the hospital for over a year. Now he's back home. Okay, I thought I'd let y'all know. Okay, now I'm going to read Gary's poem called Money Has Spoiled. I read that every week because that is our theme poem for the club. Okay, Money Has Spoiled by Gary A. Snyder. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. And that was Gary A. Snyder. And I do have some new recordings of his I found on the Speakeasy Cafe on Block Talk Radio. And and so we're going to hear them. There's 3 poems he read. Was in November 2012. He read 3 of them. It's two haikus, another short one. Okay.
Mr. Dodd hadn't heard one. I thought I did it before, but I'll do it again. Okay. It's called A Death. It's 10 lines long.
I hope y'all can hear this.
One death. A heart stops. Someone is sad. Mm-hmm. We shall gather round to bless and bury him. Life goes on. We cannot stop. We comfort the sad for a year. There's still a lot of life for our friends we love. Yet some don't know it till a death. End poem.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Honey, that was awesome.
Well, thank you.
You are very welcome.
I have a couple of haikus. Should we call in later to do those?
Do you want to?
I can do it. One of those to repeat too, because I like it.
Okay.
This haiku is called Our Babies, Our Children. Okay, here we go. Down, wings, flowing hair. Pretty face halo that glows. Our angels on earth. In poem.
Aw. Very good, sir.
Here's one I just got through making up. It's a haiku, and I haven't named it. I could name it Amor or something like that. Okay, it says, she said, I like it. Will you look at me like that? He said, I love you.
Oh. Awesome. Awesome.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here's Noreen.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay.
All right, thank you for letting me on here. Bye bye.
Okay, and that was Jerry reading 3 of his poems. Okay, and okay, now okay, now I before I get started, besides I'm going to read from this book, the Sonnets, Poems of Love, William Shakespeare, and in the honor of the Black History Month, I'm going to read from my book called I won this in Listia. This is how I received this book. It's called Native Guard by Natasha Trithaway, and she's an awesome poet. And I imagine, and okay, and this is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. Her book, and you haven't read this yet. You need to. This is an awesome book. Okay, look. Now I'm gonna read okay, from the Sonnets, Poems of Love by William Shakespeare. Okay. Sonnet 16. But wherefore do not you a mightier way make war upon this bloody tyrant time, and fortify yourself in your decay with means more blessed than my barren rhyme? Now stand you on the top of happy hours, and many maiden gardens yet unset, with virtuous wish would bear your living flowers, much much liker than your painted counterfeit. So should the lines of life that life repair, which this time's pencil or my pupil pen, neither in inward worth nor outward fair, can make you live yourself in eyes of men. To give away yourself keeps yourself still, and you must live drawn by your own sweet skill. The end. And that was Sonnet 16. Okay. Sonnet 17. Who will believe my verse in time to come if it were filled with your most high deserts? Though yet heaven knows it is but as a tomb, which hides your life and show not half your parts. If I could write the beauty of your eyes, and in fresh numbers number all your graces, the age to come would say, this poet lies. Such heavenly touches never touched earthly faces. So should my papers, yellowed with their age, be scorned like old men of less truth than tongue, and your true rights to be termed a poet's rage, and stretched meter of an antique song. But were some child of yours alive that time, you should live twice in it and in my rhyme. The end. And that was Sonnet 17. Okay, okay. And Sonnet 18. Okay. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darting buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Hello, Dickie. Welcome, welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live, and it's an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay, okay, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometimes declines by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. The end. And that was Sonnet 18. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Sonnet 19. Devouring time, blunt thou the lion's paws, and make the earth devour her own sweet brood. Pluck the keen teeth from the fierce tiger's jaws, and burn the long-lived phoenix in her blood. Make glad and sorry seasons as thou fleets, and do whatever thou wilt, swift-footed time, to the wide world and all her fading sweets. But I forbid thee one most heinous crime. Oh, carve not with thy horrors my love's fair brow, nor draw no lines there with thine antique pen. Him in thy course untainted do allow, for beauty's pattern to succeeding men. Yet do thy worst, O time, despite thy wrong. My love shall in my verse ever live young. The end. And that was the sonnet 19. Okay. In sonnet 20, a woman's face with nature's own hand painted, hast thou, the master mistress of my pageant, a woman gentle heart, but not acquainted with shifting change, as is false women's fashion, and eye more bright than theirs, less false and rolling, gilding the object whereupon it gazeth. A man in hue, all hues in his controlling, which still men's eyes and women's souls amazeth. And for a woman wert thou first created, till nature as she wrought the fell a doting, and by addition me of thee defeated, by adding one thing to my purpose nothing. But since she pricked thee out for women's pleasure, mine be thy love, and thy loves use their treasure. Okay, the end. And that was Sonnet 20. Okay. And Sonnet 21. So is it not with me as with that muse stirred by a painted beauty to his verse, who heaven itself for ornament doth use, and every fair with his fair doth rehearse, making a compliment of proud compare with sun and moon, with earth and sea's rich gems, with April's firstborn flowers, and all things rare that heaven's air in this huge rondure hems. Oh, let me true in love, but truly right, and then believe me, my love is as fair as any mother's child, though not so bright as those gold candles fixed in heaven's air. Let them say more, that like of hearsay will, I will not praise that purpose not to sell. The end. And that was Sonnet 21. Okay. Okay. Sonnet 22. My glass shall not persuade me I am old, so long as youth and thou art of one date. But when in thee time's furrows I behold, then look, I death my days should expiate. For all that beauty that doth cover thee, it is but the seemly raiment of my heart, which in thy breast doth live as thine in me. How can I then be elder than thou art? Oh, therefore, love, be of thyself so wary, as I for myself, not for myself, but for thee will, bearing thy heart, which I will keep so chary, as tender nurse her babe from faring ill. Presume not on thy heart when mine is slain. Thou gavest me thine, not to give back again. The end. And the next one and the last one for today is Sonnet 23. As an imperfect actor on the stage, who with his fear is put beside his part, or some fierce thing replete with too much rage, whose strength's abundance weakens his own heart. So I, for fear of trust, forget to say the perfect ceremony of love love's right, and in mine own love's strength seemed to decay, overcharged with burden of mine own love's might. Oh, let my books be then thus eloquence, and climb presagers of my speaking breast, who plead for love and look for recompense. More than that, more more than that tongue that more hath more respect expressed. Oh, learn to read what silent love hath writ, to hear with eyes belong to love's fine wit. The end. And that was the end for today of William Shakespeare's book, The Sonnets, Poems of Love. Okay, and I'll read some more next week. Mind you all are enjoying this book. If y'all ain't join me reading Shakespeare, let me know. Okay. Uh, mm, okay. 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 I was just seeing if anybody's on because according up here, they're okay. Okay. Now, for Black History Week, I would like to read out of there's about 5 poems I want to read from Native Guard by Natasha Trethaway. And Native Guard, let me read what a Native Guard is. Okay, in the flap of her book, and this is the winner. She's the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. Okay, okay, and okay, and somebody came up, but I don't couldn't see who it is. So welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live. Thank you for joining. It's an honor to have you here. Okay. And here, it says here, the title of the collection refers to the Louisiana Native Guards, a black regiment whose role in the Civil War has been largely overlooked by history. As a child in Gulfport, Mississippi, Trethewey could gaze across the water to the fort on Ship Island, where Confederate captives once were guarded by black soldiers serving the Union cause. The racial legacy of the South touched Trethewey's life on a much more immediate level, too. Many of the poems in Native Guard pays loving tribute to her mother, whose marriage to a white man was illegal in her native Mississippi in the 1960s. Years after her mother's tragic death, Trethewey reclaims her memory just as she reclaims the voices of the black soldiers whose service has been all but forgotten. And when you get this, when we got this book, it came with a CD in here too. So if you haven't got this book, okay. Hello Austria, welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live. It's good to see you here. Okay. And if you haven't, because Jerry and I, we won this years ago on Listia. So if you haven't got this book, check it out, and you can get it on Amazon, or you can get it on Alibris too, Alibri. So check them out. Native Guard poems by Natasha Trethewey. Okay, and the first poem I'm going to read is page After Your Death. Okay. Okay. After Your Death by Natasha Trethewey. Okay. First, I emptied the closets of your clothes, threw out the bowl of fruit, bruised from your touch, left empty the jars you bought for preserves. The next morning, birds rustled the fruit trees, and later, when I twisted a ripe fig loose from its stem, I found it half eaten, the other side already rotting. Or, like another, I plucked and split open, being taken from the inside. A swarm of insects howling it. I am too late. Again. Another space emptied by loss. Tomorrow, the bowl I have yet to fill. The end. Okay. And that was After Your Death by Natasha Trethewey. Okay. And and the next one is called At Dusk. At first, I think she's calling a child, my neighbor, leaning through her doorway at dusk, street lamps just starting to hum, the backdrop of evening. Then I hear the high pitched wheeling we send out to animals who know only sound, not the meaning of our words. Here, here, nor how they sometimes fall short. In another yard, beyond my neighbor's sight, the cat lifts her ears, turns first toward the voice, then back to the constellation of fireflies flickering near her head. It's as if she can't decide whether to leap over the low hedge, the neat row of flowers, and bound onto the porch into the steady circle of light, or stay where she is, loneliness, possibility, all that will keep her away from home, flitting up before her. I listen as my neighbor's voice trails off. She's given up calling for now, left me to imagine her inside the house waiting, perhaps in a chair in front of the TV, or walking around doing small tasks, left me to wonder that I too might lift my voice, sure of someone out there, send it over the lines, stitching here to there, certain the sounds I make are enough to call someone home. The end. And the poem was At Dusk. Okay. And the next one is called Scenes from a Documentary History of Mississippi. Okay. One, King Cotton, 1907. From every corner of the photograph, flags were down the main street in Vicksburg, stacked to form an arch. The great bells, huh? Okay. The great bales of cotton rise up from the ground like a giant swell, a wave of history flooding the town. When Roosevelt arrives, a parade, the band will march, and from every street corner, flags wave down. Words on a banner, cotton, Americans king, have the sound of progress. This is 2 years before the South's counter march, the great boughs of cotton risen up from the ground. Infested with boll weevils, a plague, biblical all around. Now Negro children ride the bales, close-stiffed with starch. From up high in the photograph, they wave flags down for the president who will walk through the arch, bound for the future. His back to us, the children on their porch, those great bales of cotton rising up from the ground, stare out at us. Cotton surrounds them, a swell, a great mound bearing them up, back towards us, from the arch, from every corner of the photograph. Flags wave down, and great bales of cotton rise up from the ground. Two, Glyph Aberdeen, 1913. The child's head droops as if in sleep, stripped to the waist in profile, but he's balanced on the man's lap. The man, giant, the man gaunt in his overalls, cradles the child's thin arm. The sharp elbow, white, signature of skin and bone, pulls it forward to show the deformity, the humped back curve of spine, punctuating the routine hardships of their lives, how the child must follow him into the fields, haunting the long hours, slumped beside his sack, his body asking how much cotton, or in the kitchen, leaning into the icebox, how much food, or kneeling beside him at the church house. Why, Lord, why? They pose as if to say, look, this is the outline of suffering, the child shouldering it, a mound like dirt heaped on a grave. The end. No, wait, that's not the end. Okay, sorry. Number 3, blood. Okay, they have arrived on the back of the swollen river, the bars dividing it, their few belongings clustered about their feet. Above them, the National Guard hungers on the levee, rifles tight in their fists. They block the path to high ground. One group of black refugees, the captain tells us, was ordered to sing their passage onto land, like a chorus of prayer. Their tongues, the tongues of dark bells. Here, the camera finds them still, posed as if for a school day portrait. Children lace fingers in their laps. One boy gestures allegiance, right hand over the heart's charged beating. The great river all around, the barge invisible beneath their feet. They fix on what's before them, the opening in the sight of a rifle, the camera's lens, the muddy cliff between barge and dry land, all of it aperture, the captured moments chase in time. Here, in the angled light of 1927, they are refugees from history. The barge has brought them this far. They are waiting to disembark. And, and 4, you are late. The sun is high, and the child's shadow, almost fully beneath her, touches the sole of her bare foot on concrete. Even though it must be hot, she takes a step, her goal. To read is a subject of this shot. A book in her hand, the library closed, the door just out of reach. Stepping up, she must look at the 2 signs, read them slowly once more. The first one, in pale letters, barely shows against a white background, though she will read Greenwood Public Library for Negroes. The other, bold letters on slate, her will lead her away out of the frame, a finger pointing left. I want to call her, say, wait, but this is history. She can't linger. So read the sign that I read. You are late. The end. Okay, and that was the end. That was scenes from a documentary history of Mississippi. Okay, and I got one more to read. Um, called Native Guard. Okay, one more poem of hers was called Native Guard, and there's a quote right before it. It says from Frederick Douglass says, if this war is to be forgotten, I ask in the name of all things sacred, what shall men remember? Okay, that was the quote was from Frederick Douglass. Now the poem. Native Guard. Okay. November 1862. Truth be told, I do not want to forget anything of my former life. The landscape song of bondage, dirge in the river's throat, where it turns into the Gulf, wind in trees, choked with vines. I thought to carry with me want of freedom, though I had been fired. Remembrance, not constant recollection. Yes, I was born a slave at harvest time in the parish of Essingen. I reached 33 with history of one younger inscribed upon my back. I now use ink to keep record, a closed book, not the leer of memory, blob, changeful, that doles a lash for the master, sharpens it for the slave. Okay. December 1862. For the slave, having a master sharpens the bend into work. The way the sergeant moves us now to perfect Valentinian drill, dress parade. Still, we're called supply units, not infantry, and so we dig trenches, had burdens for the army no less heavy than before. I heard the colonial call it, it nigger work. Half rations make our work familiar still. We take those things we need from the Confederates' abandoned homes. Salt, sugar, even this journal, near full, with someone else's words, overlapped now, crossed hatch beneath mine. On every page, his story interesting, intersecting with my own. Okay. January 1863. Oh, how history intersects my own birth upon a ship called the Northern Star, and I am delivered into a new life. Port Fort, Massachusetts, a great irony, both path and destination of freedom. I not dared to travel. Here, now I walk, ankle deep in sand, fly bitten, nearly smothered by heat, and yet I can look out upon the gulf and see the surf breaking, tossing the ships, the great gunboats bobbing on the water. And are we not the same, slaves in the hands of the master of destiny? Night sky red with a promise of fortune, dawn pink as new flesh, healing, unfettered. Okay. January 1863. Today, dawn red as warning, unfettered supplies stacked on the beach at our landing, washed away in the storm that rose too fast, caught us unprepared. Later, as we worked, I joined in the low singing someone raised to pace us, and felt a bond in labor I had not known. It was then a dark man removed his shirt, revealed the scars, cross-hatched like the lines in this journal on his back. It was he who remarked at how the ropes, cracked like whips on the sand, made us take note of the wild dance of a tent loosed by wind. We watched and learned. Like any shrewd master, we know now to tie down what we will keep. February 1863. Okay. We know it is our duty now to keep white men as prisoners, rebel soldiers, would be masters. We're all bondsmen here, each to the other. Freedom has gotten them captivity, for us a conscription. We have chosen jailers to those who still would have us slaves. They are cautious, dreading the sight of us. Some neither read nor write, are laid too low, and have few words to send, but those I give them. Still, they are wary of a Negro writing, taking down letters. X binds them to the page, a mute symbol like the cross on a grave. I suspect they fear I'll listen, put something else down in ink. March 1963. Um, hello, Missy, okay, hello, Facebook user. I can't see who you are, but welcome to the Facebook, I mean the Poetry Club on Facebook Live. Thank you. It is an honor to have you here. Okay, and okay, put your name down so I know who you are because I can't see. It won't let me won't let me know who you are. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, February. Oh, I already read that one. Okay. Um, March 1863. I listen, put down in ink what I know they labor to say between silences, too big for words, worry for beloveds. My dearest, how are you getting along? What has become of their small plots of land? Did you harvest enough food to put by? They long for the comfort of former lives. I see you as you were, waving goodbye. Some send photographs, a likeness in case the body can't return. Others dictate harsh facts of this war. The hot air carries a stench of limbs rotten in the bone pit. Flies swarm, a black cloud. We hunger, grow weak. When men die, we eat their share of hard tack. Okay. April 1863. When men die, we eat their share of hardtack, trying not to recall their hollow sockets, the worm stitch of their cheeks. Today we buried the last of our dead from Pascagoula, and those who died retreating to our ship. White sailors in blue firing upon us as okay, excuse me, you all. Okay. Today we buried the last of our dead from Pascagoula, and those who died retreating to our ship, white sailors in blue firing upon us as if we were the enemy. I thought the fighting over, then watched a man fall beside me, knees first as in prayer, then another, his arms outstretched as if borne upon the cross. Smoke that rose from each gun seemed a soul departing. The colonel said, an unfortunate incident said, their names shall deck the page of history. June 1863. Some names shall deck the page of history, as it is written on stone. Some will not. Yesterday, word came of colored troops dead on the battlefield at Port Hudson. How General Banks was heard to say, I have no dead there, and left them unclaimed. Last night I dreamt their eyes still open, dim, clouded, as the eyes of fish washed ashore, yet fixed, staring back at me. Still more come today, eager to enlist, their bodies haggard, faces, gaunt limbs, bring news of the mainland. Starved, they suffer like our prisoners, dying. They plead for what we do not have to give. Death makes equal of us all a fair master. August 1864. Dumas was a fair master to us all. He taught me to read and write. I was a man servant, if not a man. At my work, I studied natural things, all manner of plants. Birds I draw now in my book. Wren, willet, egret, loon. tending the gardens. I thought only to study live things, thought never to know so much about the dead. Now I tend ship island graves, mounds like dunes that shift and disappear. I record names, send home simple notes, not much more than how and when, an official duty. I am told it's best to spare most detail, but I know there are things which must be accounted for. 1865. These are things which must be accounted for. Slaughter under the white flag of surrender. Black massacre at Fort Pillow. Our new name, the Corp de Africa. Words that take the native from our claim. Mossbacks and free men. Exiles in their own homeland. The disease, the maimed. Every louse limb and what remains. Band ache, memory haunting an empty sleeve. The hog eaten at Gettysburg, unmarked in their graves. All the dead letters, unanswered, untold stories of those that time will render mute. Beneath battlefields, green again, the dead molder, a scaffolding of bone we tread upon, forgetting. Truth must be told. The end. Okay. That was the Native Guard poem. Native Guard. The Native. Wait. That was the Native Guard. Oh, I do have one more poem to read from this book. Okay, this was a Native Guard about the Native Guards. Now, hello, Kim. Okay, that's okay. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live, and it's an honor to have you here, Kim. Okay, I love you too, Kim. Okay, do have one more poem from this book, and it's called "Elegy for the Native Guards." Okay, okay, this is not a long one. This was a short one. Okay, "Elegy for the Native Guards." Now, okay, there's a quote from Alan Tate, and it says, "Now that the salt of their blood stiffens the saltier oblivion of the sea." And that quote was by Ellen Tate. Now the poem, "Elegy for the Native Guard." We leave Go Part at noon, gulls overhead, trailing the boat, streamers, noisy fanfare, all the way to Ship Island. What we see first is a fort, its roof of grass, a lee, half reminder of the men who served there, a weathered monument to some of the dead. Inside, we follow the ranger, hurried though we are to get to the beach. He tells of graves lost in the Gulf, the island split in half when Hurricane Camille hit. Shows his casemates, canyons, the store that tells souvenirs, tokens of history long buried. The Daughters of the Confederacy has placed a plaque here at the fort's entrance. Each Confederate soldier's name raised hard in bronze. No names carved for the Native Guards, 2nd Regiment, Union men, black phalanx. What is monument to their legacy? All the grave markers, all the crude headstones, water lost. Now fish dart among their bones, and we listen for what the waves intone. Only the fort remains, near 40 feet high, round, unfinished, half open to the sky, the elements, wind, rain, God's deliberate eye. The end. And that was an elegy for the Native Guards. And this is a book from called Native Guard. This is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize, Native Guard by Natasha Trethewey. And if you haven't, it comes with a CD. So if you haven't got this book, you need to read it. It's a very, very good book. I mean, it's a phenomenal. So I recommend, and and we do need to know the truth about the Native Guard. They don't want you. They don't talk about the Native Guard. So this is important. So get this book. Okay. Okay. And okay, okay, before I go ahead and look like I know okay, Tani's uh I know Tani's Adjubi. I hope I got your name right. Oh, okay. If you're listening to me, Tani's Adjubi, it said you have to connect your mic or camera before I can add you to the stream. Either a mic, you have to have your microphone or your cam. Then I can connect you to I can add you to the stream. That's why I can't add you on here right now. Okay, because that's what it says here. It says here, they will need to connect their mic or cam before you can add them to the stream. Okay, hope you can hear me, Tunnies. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. Okay, if I'm not, I apologize. Okay, and once I see where I can connect you, then I'll put you on the stream, and then you can come on here. Okay. Okay. And okay, and today's word. I mean, no, not okay. Today's poetic form. I'm doing a poetic form first. Okay, today's poetic form is called trolling. Trollaan. Okay. Trolling poetic form was created by Valerie Peterson Brown. It consists of 4 quatrains, or 4 lines per stanza. Each quatrain begins with the same letter. The rhyme scheme is ABAB. Starting with the second stanza, use the second letter of the first line of the first stanza to write the second each line beginning with that letter. Okay. On the third stanza, use the second letter on the first line of the second stanza and write the third each line beginning with that letter. Okay. And on the fourth stanza, use the second letter on the first line of the third stanza and write the fourth each line beginning with that letter. Okay. 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 And okay. And Jinkum Priest said I have a poem I wrote today. Okay. Okay, you can if you want to come on the studio, should type in StreamYard.com/5FGQ2, the letter 2, I mean the number 2, YZZ, the number 4, NN. Okay, and they're all small letters. Okay, and type them in, and you can come on and read your poem, Jin Kim Priest. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you have a cell phone or laptop or computer, you can come on. So type in that. Huh? Mm. Jin Kim Priest said, "Hey, you and me, baby, we used to fun until you delivered that baby. That kid's not my son." Okay. 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 And today's word is okay. It's feuilleton. FEUILLETON. And it is a noun, and the origin is French 19th century, And definition one is a part of a newspaper or magazine devoted to fiction, criticism, or light literature. The second definition, an article printed in a feuilleton. Okay. An example in a sentence, newspaper feuilletons have shrunk as criticism and light literature have moved online. Did you know news in the golden age of newspapers, many aimed to offer readers a complete intellectual experience rather than simply report the news, weather, and sports. They also offer sections of literary criticism, sometimes in the form of book reviews and new fiction. This general interest section of a newspaper was known as feuilleton. This term was taken from French, where it described a non-political supplement to French political newspapers containing criticisms, gossip, and literary writing. Many 19th century French feuilletons featured serialized fiction works that became classics, such as Alexandre Dumas' The Three Musketeers. Okay, that was the end of that. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Tuneless. I hope you can hear me. Um, you need to connect your microphone or your camera, and then I can bring you on here on the live stream. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna read from the love poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning. And first, I'm gonna read Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Sonnet 21. Okay. Say over again, and yet once over again, that thou dost love me, though the word repeated should seem a cuckoo song, as though thou'st treat it. Remember, never to the hill or plain, valley and wood, without her cuckoo strain, comes a fresh spring, and all her grain completed. Beloved, I, amid the darkness, greeted by a doubtful spirit voice, in that doubt's pain, cry, speak once more, thou lovest. Who can fear too many stars, though each in heaven shall row? Too many flowers, though each shall crown the year? Say, thou dost love me, love me, love me, toll the silver utterance. Only minding, dear, to love me also in silence with thy soul. The end. Okay. And that was Sonnet 21 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay. Now I'm going to read Robert Browning's poem called Appearances. And so you found that poor room dull, dark, hardly to your taste, my dear? Its features seemed unbeautiful, but this I know. 'Twas there, not here. You plighted troth to me, the word which asked that poor room how it heard. And this rich room obtained your praise, unqualified, so bright, so fair, so all whereat perfection stays. Ay, but remember, here, not there. The other word was spoken. Ask this rich room how you dropped the mask. The end. And that was Appearances by Robert Browning. Mhm. Okay. Okay. I do have a poem for the for Black History Month. I wrote this years ago, a couple of years ago. No, about 3 years ago. It's called Stand Up, and this is appropriate for this month. Okay. Let's stop the hatred and violence against the black men, black women, and black children. Let them live in peace and harmony. It's a government that don't want us to be united. The government wants to destroy the blacks, get rid of the blacks. But why? What have they done? Nothing in my book. Let's put a stop to that. Let's get along. We all want the same thing in life: to love, to be loved, family, friends, education, job, to help others. We need to stand together, be united as one, a community, and let the government know we won't put up with their bullying the blacks. They have all the rights as human beings. So let's stand together and show them who we really are made out of. Are you with me? I can't hear you. Louder. Are you with me? Come on, stand up and let every single person live in peace, harmony, and happiness. The end. Okay. And that was my poem I wrote called Stand Up. Okay. I had more, but I didn't have time to find more of them. Okay. And okay. Tanis Ajib. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And I apologize if I'm not. Um, you need to connect your microphone or camera, so I can add you to the stream and you can come on here. Okay. Okay. In the meantime, anybody else wants to come on here? Okay. You can I have it on the description. You know to come on here. And if you need the link, is click on, okay, type in StreamYard.com 5FGQ 2YZZ4N. Okay, type in that and it'll bring you right on in here. And okay. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to okay, there's a on February the 22nd, Bob McNeil is honoring Elizabeth Browning, and let me find it. Okay, here it is. It's a New York Browning Society Incorporation. Um, and Bob McNeil presents a tribute to Elizabeth Barrett Browning and feminism. Okay, it's going to be February 22nd, 2023, Wednesday, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. That'll be Eastern time. Okay, and okay, and if you're over there, and you can go to the nybrowning.org and you can find the link to the Zoom. Okay. And okay, and here I can read some of it. It says here, Bob McNeil has invited one of some of these talented writers to perform their favorite Elizabeth Barrett Browning poems, and also to read poetry that she has inspired them. Okay. And we are pleased to hear from the voices of, okay, we could, Dr. Anita Capris Powell, Kimberly Ellis, Venus Jones, Eva Marie Ann Cagley, Max Lynette, a poetess, and Edna Iris Garcia. Okay, and that will be this coming Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. And if you're over there, I think that's in New York. If you're you can also go live there at Jefferson Market Library on the third floor, 425 Avenue of the Americas. Okay. And you can also find more information at nybrowning.org. And that would be awesome to go there. I mean to see it, hear it online. So I'll be watching it myself online. Okay. 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 Does anyone else want to come on here? Have anything else to they want to come? Um. Okay. I'll say some more announcements. As I said earlier, Brother O is out of the hospital now. He's back home. He's been waiting over a year for his heart transplant, and I'm so happy for him. He's been in the hospital for over a year, and I'm so glad to know that he got his heart transplant. Okay. And to keep him still in your prayers too, because he's going to still need it. Okay. Okay. And okay. And Nyla Alicia has a show called Speakeasy Cafe every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Block Talk Radio. And also, if you want to donate to the Speakeasy Cafe, you can go on her page, Nyla Alicia, on Facebook, and go over there and find out and donate to her. And she also has a GoFundMe page for the show because she can't afford it on her own. It's over $2,000 for a year to be on Blog Talk Radio because she had to have it 3 hours every week. So if you want to help out and donate, please do, because this is mine, Gary's and mine, our favorite show, because we've been on there ever since like 2010. So if you want to, you also can call in to our show too every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Block Talk Radio called Speakeasy Cafe. Okay. And Gina Storm, Brother O, Enigmatic, and Nina Purple has a show at, every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time called Talk. It's on talkshoe.com/show/poet-radio-station. It's called Voices Behind the Pens. So, and you want to check, if you want to call in, you can also call in and read your poetry. And Gina Storm also has other shows. Is on Clubhouse. So you go on your cell phone and go either on your Apple or Google store and type and find and search for the Clubhouse and downloaded it. It's something like the what was the other one called? Like Pocahontas, something like that one. Okay. Let me see. Okay. No, Pokosha. I'm sorry. It's similar to Pokosha. The clubhouse is okay, and the clubhouse, and she has something going on every day over there on the clubhouse, and one of them's on every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Love and Poetry. So check it out and check it out over there. Okay, and also if you want to go on Poco Shop, type in. It's also on your cell phone. Go in your Google Store or the Apples and type in Poco Shop and find it and upload it and check out Never Give Up. It's NEBRGB UBUP. Never Give Up. Wait, no, it's not. It's NEBRGIBUP. And check him out. He's awesome. He lives here in D-Land, Florida. And he does you can check him out. He has shows on there too on Poco Shop. So check him out. Okay. And reggae, okay, on YouTube, the channel called Reggae Nostalgia. Franco, Flavius, and Max Winnett, 8 poetess, and Francine has a show called The Real Stuff Podcast. The Poetry Corner, one shot poetry every Friday morning from 11 a.m. to noon. So check that out too. Okay. And also you can check out a lot of things they have during the week. It's more than just poetry on that channel too. Okay. And Honey Parker has a show every Sunday and Wednesday night from 11 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. It's called Poetic Expression Z's, called on Outworld Fleet Radio Station. And if you want to send her your poetry tracks, send it to her. The new one starts in March in 2023. And it's coming up soon. And also she's thinking about having another show, not the poetic expression needs another one to be on the talk show. So check that out too. Okay. And Craig Kirkland, he has a channel on YouTube called Great Amazia, and you can check him out. And he is an awesome poet. And you can check out his TDP show with Amazia the Great, and see all the shows in the archive, the ones he had in the past. And he has all kinds of things on his channel, so check it out. Right now, he's touring different states here in eastern of the eastern coast of the United States. He is from Jamaica. Okay, check him out. Okay. Okay, that is it I could think I got right now. And Tunnies, if you can, if you can you hear me? If you can hear me, you need to connect your mic or your camera, so you can so I can hook you on here in the stream, so you can come on here and but I can't bring you on till you do that. Okay, let me see. Okay. And does anybody else want to come on here? Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes, see if anybody else wants to come on. Okay. Okay. Hello, Adewell Sobwell. I should see that you're on here. Hello, Adewell Sobwell. Welcome to the Poetry Club Facebook Live, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay, and if you want to come on, you can, Adewell. You can read your poetry, you can talk or whatever. So come on here, and The link should be on the description. And if you don't see it, I can, well, you should type in streamyard.com/, the number 5, FGQ, the number 2, YZZ, and number 4, N. Type that in there, it'll bring you right on. And Toonies, I'm still waiting. You shouldn't have to connect your microphone or your camera, and you can come right on. Okay. I just thought, if you have a cell phone, there's automatically a microphone on there. So maybe everything is different. So, okay. 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 Anybody else want to come on here? I'll read another. Okay. I'm gonna read one of Gary's poem. It's called "Reality of Life." The necessities of life were acknowledged by all who enjoyed them. The realities of life are not necessities to sustain life. If you are born alone, you may attain the necessities of life. That is the reality of it. The end. Um, and here's another one of his called "Dead or Alive." Is there realization when you're dead? Is there a discerning moment when you think you're going to be dead, or when you believe you're going to be dead? At this moment, will you realize and know what you will not give up and you will fight for until your death? The end. Okay. And this is one of mine called "This Parchment Paper." I have been naked for so long. Come and dress me with your words, simple or fancy. It doesn't matter. Just make me come alive. I just want to dance to the flow of your pen, forming words of a poem. I want to smell the aroma of the fresh ink flowing on me as I dance to the tune, to the flow of your pen. Oh, yes, I have been naked for so long. Now you dress me so beautifully. Wait, so beautifully with your words. The end. Okay. And one more of mine is called "I Am Love." I am love, and I'm speaking to you. I am alive and well. So wake up, world. Here I am, for I am love. I will make you cry. I will cause you pain and hurt, and will make your hearts bleed, for I am love. I will make you go cuckoo. I will make you smile and laugh. I will make your life worth living, for I am love. I will make you leap for joy. I will make you feel like you're on cloud nine, for I am love. I will make you want to dance all night long. I will make you sing. I can see clearly now, for I am love. I will make your brain go cuckoo, cuckoo. I will make your body sweat with anticipation, for I am love. I will make your hearts race and your pulse go beat, 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 for I am love. I will make the dead people feel alive again. I will make the boring become interesting, for I am love. I will make the buildings shake with gusto. I will make the statues come alive, shaking with a twist, for I am love. I will make you respect me. I will make you true and loyal, no more being blue. I will make you holler I am glad to be alive, for I am alive, for I'm love. I'm different to different people, for I am love. Yes, I am powerful. I am strong, for I am love. I am the strongest emotion. Hatred has nothing on me, for I am love. The end. Okay. Okay. Anybody else wants to come on here? Um, before I close out and turn these. I don't know if you can hear me, but once you connect your microphone or your camera, then you can come on here. Mhm. Okay. It don't have to be both, so one or the other, one or the other, and then you can come on. Okay. Mhm. Um. I hope you all can still hear me. Okay. Um. Uh. Okay. Okay. Maybe next time, Tunis. I hope. Okay, Tunis, since you couldn't. I hope next Saturday you can. By then, I hope you have your microphone or your camera connected. That way, you can come on next week. And I hope you can make it next Saturday. And because I'm looking forward to have hearing what you have to say. So I'm hoping you can make it. And so I will close out since there's nobody coming on. Or okay. And I hope you all have a good evening and a good night, good weekend and a good week. This all week. And remember, live your dreams. You're never too old or too young to live your dreams. And okay, okay, and I'll see you all next Saturday at the same time, 5 o'clock. Okay. And let me know if I haven't heard anybody's feedback about you all me reading William Shakespeare's poems. If y'all don't want me reading his sonnets, I won't. So let me know. And I'll read something else. I won't read any more that I won't finish a book. But I got a funny feel. I got this feeling that nobody's interested in that. So let me know. Okay. But I love William Shakespeare. I love his poetry. I think he's awesome. Okay. Okay. Till next Saturday. Y'all have a awesome, great week, and God bless you all. And remember, we love you all. Okay. Thank you all, and I want to thank everybody from who being here. I want to thank uh, Robbie for being here. Robbie's multimedia poetry. Robbie for being here. Doreen Brunner and Rich and Doreen Brunner. Okay, and Robbie is a good friend of mine. Okay, and if you haven't checked his poetry out, go check him out. And Doreen Brunner, she's my cousin, and Richard Huggendauber, my brother. And I want to thank Austria Horton. She's my great niece, and my sister Kim Merritt, and thank Adwell Soberwell from being here, and Tunis Adjadi being here, and Jen Kim Priest. And I want to thank each one of y'all. And if anyone else I missed and your name didn't show up, I apologize. And I want to thank everybody for being here. And if it wasn't for you all, there would not be a show. And especially I want to thank Doreen, Mark, and Doreen Brunner. And they're the ones who, because I was going to quit one time, but they're the ones who convinced me to stay with it, and I did, and I'm going to because I enjoy it. I love doing the Poetry Club Facebook Live. And I would like your feedback. And what else would you like to hear? What else would you like me to do on here? So let me know. I appreciate your all comments and your feedback. Thank you all. And I'll be back on Facebook later after I get me something to eat. And I had to feed my cats. And I'll be back later on Facebook on the Poetry Club. Thank you all. You have been listening to the Poetry Club Facebook Live um, by me, Noreen Snyder. Okay. Thank you all.